Listen carefully. What I'm about to tell you will change everything you think you know about attraction. You've been told lies. You've been sold tricks, tactics, and manipulation disguised as dating advice. But here's the truth that no one wants to tell you. Attraction isn't about what you do to her. It's about who you become for yourself. The ancient Stoics understood something that modern men have forgotten. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, these weren't just philosophers sitting in towers. They were men who commanded respect, who drew others to them not through desperation, but through an unshakable inner strength that radiated outward. Today you'll learn how to become that man, not through games or manipulation, but through the timeless principles of Stoicism that transform you into someone worth falling in love with. The foundation of all attraction begins with a simple truth. You cannot give what you do not possess. If you don't value yourself, how can you expect her to see your worth? Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Most men seek validation from women because they've never learned to validate themselves. They chase approval like addicts chasing their next fix. But the Stoic man builds his self-worth from within. He doesn't need her smile to feel complete, her attention to feel worthy, or her love to feel valuable. This isn't arrogance, it's self-respect, and self-respect is magnetic. When you stop seeking her approval and start living by your own standards, something shifts. She begins to see a man who doesn't need her, but chooses her. And that choice becomes infinitely more valuable than desperation. In a world of chaos and emotional reactivity, the man who remains calm becomes a sanctuary. Seneca taught us that you have power over your mind, not outside events. When she tests you, and she will test you, your reaction reveals everything. Most men fail these tests not because they lack intelligence, but because they lack emotional discipline. They react instead of respond. They defend instead of staying centered. The Stoic man understands that her emotions are like weather. They pass. He doesn't try to fix her moods, change her mind, or chase her when she pulls away. He remains like a mountain in a storm, unmoved, unshaken, present. This emotional unavailability isn't coldness, it's strength. It's the difference between being her emotional dumping ground and being her refuge. When drama swirls around you, but never through you, you become the calm she craves in her chaotic world. There's profound power in silence. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Most men talk too much, trying to impress her with their stories, their achievements, their plans. But the wise man knows that mystery is more attractive than familiarity. When you listen more than you speak, you accomplish 2 things. You learn about her in ways that give you genuine connection, and you create space for her imagination to fill in the blanks about you. Women are drawn to depth, not surface. They want to discover you, not have you expose yourself completely in the first conversation. Let her wonder what you're thinking. Let her be curious about your past. Let her earn your stories rather than giving them away freely. In your silence, she hears possibility. In your restraint, she sees strength. Purpose is the most attractive quality a man can possess, not because it impresses others, but because it centers you in something larger than temporary pleasures and fleeting emotions. Marcus Aurelius lived by duty, to Rome, to his principles, to his growth as a human being. When you have a mission that matters more than any individual relationship, You operate from abundance rather than scarcity. You're not trying to get something from her. You're inviting her to share in something meaningful with you. This is the difference between neediness and leadership. The needy man asks, "Do you like me?" The purposeful man demonstrates, "This is who I am and where I'm going. You're welcome to join me." Purpose makes you independent of outcomes. Whether she stays or goes, you remain on your path. And paradoxically, this independence makes her want to be part of your journey. Boundaries aren't walls, they're bridges to respect. Most men are terrified of setting boundaries because they fear losing her. But Seneca understood that every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. If setting a boundary costs you a relationship, you didn't lose the right person. You discovered the wrong one. Boundaries show her how to treat you. When you tolerate disrespect, you teach disrespect. When you accept poor behavior, you encourage poor behavior. The Stoic man knows his values and defends them not with anger, but with calm consistency. He doesn't argue about his boundaries, he enforces them. This isn't about being difficult, it's about being clear. Women don't want a man they can walk over. They want a man who stands for something, even if it means standing alone. Self-control is the ultimate display of strength. In a world where everyone seeks instant gratification, the man who can delay pleasure, resist temptation, and stay focused on long-term goals becomes rare and valuable. This applies directly to how you interact with her. Don't text her every time you think of her. Don't call when you're lonely. Don't shower her with attention because you're afraid she'll forget you. Epictetus taught that wealth consists in not having great possessions, but in having few wants. Apply this to relationships. Your value increases when your attention becomes selective, when your time becomes precious, when your presence becomes a gift rather than a given. She should feel special when you choose to spend time with her, not entitled to your constant availability. Absence creates longing in ways that presence never can. This doesn't mean playing games or manipulating emotions. It means having a life so full and meaningful that you're not always available. The Stoic philosophers understood that attachment leads to suffering, but this doesn't mean avoiding connection. It means engaging fully when you're present, then stepping back into your own life with equal fullness. When she knows you have other priorities, other interests, other commitments that matter to you, your attention becomes valuable. When she feels your absence, she appreciates your presence. When she can't predict when she'll hear from you next, every interaction carries weight. This isn't about being unavailable. It's about being selectively available. Admiration runs deeper than desire, and it lasts longer too. Any man can create temporary attraction through looks, money, or charm. But the man who earns admiration creates something permanent. She has to admire your character, your decisions, your way of moving through the world. Marcus Aurelius earned admiration not through what he possessed, but through how he governed himself. Your integrity in small moments, your consistency under pressure, your kindness to those who can do nothing for you. These are the qualities that transform attraction into respect, desire into admiration. When she admires you, she doesn't just want to be with you. She wants to become better because of you. She doesn't just fall for who you are. She's inspired by who you're becoming. The ancient Stoics knew something that modern culture has forgotten. The most magnetic person in any room is the one who needs nothing from that room. When you enter her life as a complete man, not looking to be completed by her, everything changes. You're not trying to fill a void. You're sharing an abundance. You're not seeking validation. You're offering value. You're not desperate to be chosen. You're selective about who you choose. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen through reading alone. It happens through daily practice of Stoic principles, through building discipline in small things until it becomes natural in large things, through choosing growth over comfort until strength becomes your default state. The most attractive man is the one who doesn't seek love. He becomes love. And when you live with virtue, purpose, and presence, she won't fall for your words. She'll fall for your silence. She won't be drawn to your desperation. She'll be captivated by your contentment. She won't choose you because you need her. She'll choose you because she admires who you are when she's not around. This is the way of the Stoic, to become so centered in yourself that others naturally orbit around your gravity, not because you demand it, but because you've earned it. Not through manipulation, but through transformation. Become the man worth falling in love with, and love will find you.